Hello everybody, welcome back to ECW Elite Championship Wrestling. We are live for Wednesday Night Genesis. This is Anomaly, joined by Sandman, and we have a hell of a show in store tonight.
That is correct. Here in my home state of Texas, it's going to be a good show. I'm excited.
Yes, El Paso, Texas is going to get a treat, as it looks like we're going to be hearing from the man that decimated the world champion last week. When I say, is there any other way to put it, Sandman? He went in and he destroyed our world champion.
That may have been the shock of the century. We did not expect Jordan Hayes to come out here. I knew to come out here and destroy the champion. We both knew that both men were going to put up a fight, but we did not expect, like we said, Jordan to just completely demolish our world champion like that.
He came in and I was lost for words.
Like, you could tell, like, at the end of the match, like, we were not saying a words first, like, because we couldn't find the words to describe what was happening in front of our eyes. It was just mind-blowing.
And perhaps the big part of this whole thing is the fact that now he gets a world title shot.
And that's going to play a huge factor here, as I'm pretty sure that's what Jordan Hayes is out here to talk about. Pretty much his match last week with Ive Garcia, his thoughts on it, and his thoughts on his future World Championship match.
Exactly. Let's get into it and hear what he has to say. He is in action later tonight against Martin Oxley, the underdog that's just surprised so many people up to this point. And there he is, folks. The outlaw, Jordan Hayes. Destruction. My sole purpose coming into last week was to prove that I am better than that worthless piece of crap I once called a brother. You see, last week I went into a match and did exactly what I did exactly what I said I'd do. I put your world champion on my shoulders. I dropped his ass on the mat, and in less than 5 minutes, I beat him. I warned you. Alex, I told you that if you stepped into the ring with me, you'd regret it. Because in the end, Alex, I am better than you. I am your superior. I always have been, and I always will be. It's that damn simple. You know, Alex, we're a lot alike. Even now, the only difference is I'm a winner, and well, you'll always be the loser. So, champ, have fun recuperating at your little house in McAllen, because in 2 weeks' time, you may not be going back, because you're going to leave in a body bag. See you soon, brother. Big words from the outlaw.
Man, you can tell that the outlaw's out on a mission.
You really never know what he's going to throw at you, but this has been a different side of him. Am I wrong?
You're completely not wrong. Look is another thing, but to be able to have do the actions and portray as a dark side, that's just something else. Because anybody can look like a dark, quote-unquote dark person, but if you act like it, that's a whole different story.
That's exactly right. As we're gonna see Lassiter in action here, he's gonna be taking on a newcomer, a man that you actually had us talk to the board about signing. So you want to tell us a little bit about this man? He calls himself the Prodigy Ryan Edwards.
That is correct. He does call himself the Prodigy Ryan Edwards, growing up in Brooklyn, New York. As you'll see, he has Brooklyn representing in his ring gear tonight. He calls himself the Prodigy because he's not the most high-flying type of person compared to the other guys that we have here on the roster. He is more of a ground and pound brawler. He calls himself a fighter. He doesn't call himself a wrestler. he doesn't call himself an entertainer. He's a fighter, and he's out to hurt people. And that's just his mission here in ECW. But I believe that's gonna be kind of hard here in his debut match against Lassiter, the 1/3 of Strikeforce, who we saw dominate his opponent last week.
I mean, Lassiter was just amazing last week, and Strikeforce looks like the team to beat. But I gotta ask, do you think Ryan Edwards can do it? Do you think he can beat Lassiter?
I had faith in him when I got him signed here in ECW. I have faith in him now. But here's the thing: you're going up against a man known as Lassiter, a former captain of a Czech Republic militia, with 2 other men with him in his corner at ringside. I really, the faith that I've had for Ryan has diminished quite a bit here tonight.
So, just some more questions about Ryan. Is it true that he used to be an amateur boxer at one point in his life?
That is true, actually. I forgot to mention that. He used to be an amateur boxer in his early years. He's notorious for training at one of the boxing gyms over in Brooklyn. Can't remember the name off the top of my head, unfortunately. But he has that boxing background to him, so I feel like that'll help him out here tonight, mixing with his wrestling background.
I completely agree. I mean, being able to stand up fight is going to be one thing, but at the same time, just that brute way that Lassiter demolishes his opponents, just the way he just comes to the ring and he looks to demolish them tactically. He doesn't go straight for the throat. He kind of breaks down the rest of their body. And in the end, I don't know if Ryan Edwards, I mean, I haven't seen the guy, so I really can't form a valid opinion, but I don't know if he can counteract that power that I seen in Lassiter last week.
Like
as Strikeforce is in the building.
Just cannot get over the sheer size of Tank. Just seeing him go through the crowd, just completely standing head and shoulders over the crowd.
I know, and like, I actually, so I witnessed another incident backstage this week. When I tell you, this man, he was standing like by a wall near the catering table, and somebody tripped and accidentally bumped into him. Can I just tell you that I've never seen a grown man throw somebody so far? Like, I think he literally sent the man halfway across the damn room.
And then you wonder why I get to the building late.
I mean, I'm about to start joining you with getting to the building late. Like, I was mortified. I literally grabbed my plate and left.
That was a good idea.
As the Prodigy starting to make his way to the ring here.
He's looking good tonight. He looks prepared to fight. But do you think he's really prepared against a man of Lassiter?
I don't see how you can prepare for a man like Lassiter. I mean, this guy, as we've said, former Czech Republic militia captain. That means he has a billion ways in his head thought of to beat you. And he just has to choose one of them and execute it. So you really never know what his true game plan is going to be.
I think Lassiter beating someone is a huge, huge understatement.
That is exactly right.
And let's see if Ryan Edwards can pull out an upset tonight. Here in his debut match in ECW.
I mean, it'd be something, but I can't see it as Lassiter starts off with a big clothesline, and here comes those brutal stomps. Oh, Edwards fighting back, and he tosses Lassiter out of the corner. Lassiter shaking up a little bit. Edwards meets him with a drop kick. What a maneuver! Edwards meets him with a meets Lassiter with a drop kick. But just what a maneuver from Edwards, as Edwards is quickly put back down on the ground.
That was a mistake by Edwards. You can't get Lassiter any room to breathe here.
And Lassiter has him in the corner now. Lassiter picking Edwards up. Snake eyes to the corner. Oh, Lassiter ducking underneath and hitting him with a big clothesline. And then a tilt-a-whirl DDT, or I'm sorry, float over DDT from Lassiter. And it looks like Lassiter's going to be back in firm control of this one. Oh. Lassiter picking up Edwards and dropping him down in the middle of the ring. And just look at Quick Draw and Tank cheering this man on. Cheering on their captain.
Why wouldn't they be?
I mean, it's just, that's a scary sight to see Tank throwing his arms in the air like that. I mean, I honestly believe he could stand there and grab Ryan Edwards. As, oh, draped across the knee is the neck of Ryan Edwards. Oh, code breaker from Lassiter there. As he goes in for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. Edwards kicked out at 2. The fight in Edwards. The only problem with that is he might have pissed off Lassiter. And I don't think you ever want to piss off Lassiter.
That's exactly right. You can tell the kind of arsenal that Lassiter brings to matches. It's such a dangerous arsenal to be in. I mean, imagine taking all these very unique moves from Lassiter with such power. Like you said last week, he does every move with a purpose. He ain't just doing it just because he wants to. He's doing it with a purpose, and that is to beat the living crap out of his opponents.
That is very true, and I mean, it looks like Ryan Edwards might be getting the offense going here finally. I mean, we've seen bits and pieces of it, but just once again, in the end, Lassiter has had a counter for every attack thrown at him.
I mean, Lassiter was, like we've been saying, a captain of the Czech Republic militia. They are brought up to have no mercy for your opponents, and that's exactly the kind of attitude that these three men, not just Lassiter, Tank, and Quick Draw as well, that's the kind of attitude they're bringing into ECW.
That is completely right. As Lassiter went for a roll-up there and only got a 2 count. He sends Ryan Edwards over the top rope there. Big clothesline. And it looks like Lassiter is firing up here. Dives through the ropes and sends sends Ryan Edwards careening into our announce table. What a maneuver.
I thought Edwards was going to fly into our lap for a sec.
That was a hell of a maneuver. As Edwards again draped across the knee.
That neck has to be bothering Edwards a crap ton here.
Kick to the gut. Oh, he might be looking for that package pile driver. It connects.
More damage to the neck.
1, 2, and oh my lord, Ryan Edwards kicked out. How in the hell did Edwards just kick out of that?
He is proving why he is called the Prodigy. That ain't just a fancy nickname he just came up overnight.
Lassiter looking to fly. Lassiter crashes and burns, but he quickly rolls back to his feet and then gets hit with a fireman's carry. The Prodigy. Oh, reverse DDT. As now Ryan Edwards
has shifted to Edwards' favor.
I mean, he's got to be running on pure adrenaline here. As, oh, he goes to the outside of the ring, and that's Lassiter's domain as he sends Edwards careening into those steps. And he's going to watch as Quick Draw picks up Edwards. Tank's going over there now. They're not touching him as the ref is looking. Edwards quickly getting in the ring, but he's met with a huge clothesline from Lassiter, who then begins the stomps. Big shot to the head from the Prodigy. Oh, he gets caught though. And now it could all be over here as Lassiter once again in firm control. He's going to look to go back to that package pile driver. It will connect again. Lassiter goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. What a maneuver from Lassiter. That package pile driver is simply deadly.
It is, and you imagine all the abuse that Ryan Edwards took on his neck in this matchup.
I mean, although the debut didn't go like he'd like it to, Ryan Edwards put up a hell of a fight. But I don't think anybody can beat this unit, this strike force.
I mean, you can have all the fighting spirit in the world, you can have all the adrenaline that a man can handle, but you're going up against strike force here, you ain't gonna come out the victor. That's a promise right there.
I couldn't agree more.
And strike force is showcasing themselves as to be one of the most dominant trios here in ECW.
That's exactly right. I mean, Lassiter, we've only seen Lassiter in action thus far, and he's just dominated. Pure domination. Alright, next up on the card we have Tiffany Wade taking on Mercedes Vasquez. So, I mean, America's Sweetheart's gonna have her hands full here tonight. Mercedes is the newest woman signed to the roster. I don't know much about her. I mean, from what I've heard, she is very aggressive in the ring, so we'll have to see how that plays out for her. This is the first time we've seen America's Sweetheart Tiffany Wade since her loss to Selena in that triple threat match with Amanda Stone for the Women's Championship in the very debut edition of Genesis.
You think that she's still hurting from that triple threat match? It's been a few weeks since.
I mean, it's been a couple weeks. I think she's recuperated. Because, I mean, in the end, Tiffany delivered most of the damage in that match, surprisingly.
But unfortunately, she did come up short.
That is very true, as here she comes, folks. America's Sweetheart, Tiffany Wade. Oh, what? Mercedes Vasquez chasing Tiffany out the ropes. Tiffany noticing she's behind her as Mercedes hits a big knee, and that aggressive side of Mercedes Vasquez that we had talked about, as big corkscrew there from Tiffany Wade. And now Tiffany beginning to stomp away on on Mercedes. Mercedes throwing Tiffany down the ramp. Tiffany once again catching the leg with a dragon screw. Tiffany gets in the ring. Does Mercedes. And this Mercedes Vasquez, I mean, it's her debut and she is already attacking America's Sweetheart from behind.
What a way to make an impactful debut thus far.
That's very true. I mean, we've said since day one, America's Sweetheart is, even though, don't let the name fool you, she can go with the best of them in this ring. But so far,
I guess with both women, you can go with looks can be deceiving.
That's very true. As Mercedes has been firm control, but big maneuver there from Tiffany. Oh, big knees to the back from Mercedes. Big drop kick as Tiffany now on the attack. And Tiffany, big maneuver there. Belly to belly from Mercedes Vasquez. And she's looking to put it in.
There.
Tiffany looking for that big maneuver here. It connects. Tiffany hits that huge finishing maneuver on Mercedes. But Mercedes kicks out. 20 is Mercedes as Tiffany Wade went to the top rope but gets caught once again by Mercedes Vasquez. And now, oh, kicks to the gut. Oh, an aggressive side of Tiffany Wade here. We haven't seen this side of her before. Figure 4 on the ring post. Oh my lord. What a maneuver for Tiffany Wade.
That's a maneuver you don't want to stay stuck in for long.
That's exactly right. I mean, we've never seen Tiffany Wade that aggressive. I mean, she's told me recently she's tired of getting run over. She is sweet and humble, but in the end, she's tired of everybody taking her for granted just because of her niceness. Oh, big belly to belly from Tiffany Wade. Tiffany was going for something big there but didn't connect. Oh, and now just knees to the chest. I mean, I've never seen this side of Tiffany before. And I've known her for a long time. I mean, so have you, Sandman.
Correct.
I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, do you think this is going to affect her as a person in the long run?
Maybe not character-wise, but in-ring-wise, I feel like it'll help out in the long run.
As Mercedes kick to the gut. Oh, Mercedes. Pedigree from Mercedes Vasquez. Tiffany Wade just got planted. America's Sweetheart will kick out though at 2. What a kick out from America's Sweetheart. Oh, Mercedes looking to go up top. Tiffany Wade rolls out of the ring. As belly to belly, but Tiffany Wade strikes right back up, but in the end Mercedes was waiting with a backbreaker.
Tiffany was feeling it for a sec, but she got shut right back down by Mercedes.
I mean, she was rolling, and then it seemed like she was getting up, and as soon as she went to kind of get up, Mercedes rolled out of the ring and stopped all momentum. That was a very smart and veteran-like maneuver from Mercedes. The Mercedes down on the ground on the outside.
You saw the ref holding back Tiffany there.
I mean, Tiffany is being very aggressive here in the ring. As long as I like this side of Tiffany so far. I think Mercedes is going to walk out on this match. But Tiffany's not going to let her. Tiffany chasing her up the ramp. Tiffany with a big boot. Oh my lord. What a shot from Tiffany Wade. Now sending Mercedes down the rampway. She's not going to let Mercedes get away with it that easily. The ref at a count of 4. Mercedes tossed into the ring. Belly to belly to Mercedes. And Tiffany looking for that big maneuver again. That could be it, folks. 2. Oh my lord, what resiliency from Mercedes Vasquez kicking out of that.
Mercedes ain't going down easy.
That's the second time this match that Mercedes has kicked out. Oh, punches to the head. Tiffany blocked something huge there. Belly to belly again.
That's the third one.
That is the third belly to belly. Tiffany tossing her into the corner now. Oh, punch to the gut. Oh no, don't do this, Tiffany. Tiffany, from the top rope this time, or from the middle rope this time. She connected with it. From the middle rope. I can't believe what I just saw, Sandman.
Oh Lord.
And that puts Mercedes Vasquez away.
And sometimes you gotta go big to defeat someone. Even if you hit them with their best shot, you gotta go bigger.
I mean, that's exactly what Tiffany did there. When the first 2 didn't work, she said the third would be the charm. Oh, Amanda Stone! Amanda Stone coming out here! Amanda striking Tiffany! Tiffany with an arm drag trying to fight back. Oh no, Amanda just clotheslines. Two big clotheslines. Picks her up. Hits a third. Oh my lord. Where the hell did Amanda come from?
Amanda's running out here after this match. Looks to be sending another message.
Amanda. Oh, the Amanda driver hits. Oh no. What's she looking for here? She might be looking for the stone wall. She is. Stone wall connects. And she just laid out America's sweetheart. What the hell did we just see? Wow.
I'm here scratching my head like, what was that about?
I don't know. They were involved in that triple threat match a couple weeks ago, but I'm just lost for words. As next up we have a match between Curtis Hunt. We seen him in that big IC title Fatal 4-Way match for the first debut edition of Genesis, and he was very impressive.
That I agree with.
I mean,
really impressive in that matchup.
This is a man I'm very high on. I think he could do great things here for ECW.
Correct.
Now the man he's facing, Phil Michaels, is a newcomer here. This is his debut. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do.
Another guy debuting here in ECW. Had a lot of debuts going on here the first couple of weeks here in ECW.
I mean,
a lot of guys trying to make a name.
That's what ECW is. It's a place for opportunity. There he is, folks. The Anomaly, Curtis Hunt. He calls himself the Anomaly because he says there is nobody like him. And I mean, I have to agree with that.
You talk highly about him all the time.
This man oozes charisma. Sandman. I mean, there's no other way to say it. As I'm getting word now, there will be a match next week between America's sweetheart Tiffany Wade. She's going to get her shot at Amanda Stone next week. And the winner will go against Selena at Vengeance for the ECW Women's Championship.
That's a big match for next week.
That is a hell of a match announced for next week. I mean, and that just goes to show you never know what you're going to get on ECW. As I hear the music, there he is, Phil Michael, looking to debut here. He looks good, Sandman.
Much of.
He has the look, that's for damn sure.
And that seems to be the pattern here with all the debuting guys here thus far. Like, we don't know much about them. We don't know much about their backstory. All we know is that they're coming here to make a name for themselves. As
that's
we said,
exactly
ECW
right.
is the right place to do it.
That's exactly right. I mean, they've each done stuff in their own right, wherever they've been. I mean, they're all here for a reason. It's just, we weren't in the boardroom for the signings. We don't know every single person. As I've said before, I was there for a couple of them, but not many.
And I was there to help Brian Edwards get signed, but that was basically it. I know as much about most of these debuts as you do, Anomaly.
That's exactly right, Sandman. As Curtis Hunt starts off with a big crossbody type maneuver. He's going to toss Phil Michaels to the ropes.
Very agile this Curtis Hunt is.
Big maneuvers there. Drops down and leaps over and then hits that big arm drag. Hunt tosses Michaels to the corner, followed by the elbow into the enziguri. Oh, Hunt went for that big enziguri there, but missed.
And like we said, we don't know much about Phil Michaels. We don't know much about his unique style here in wrestling as we do with the other guys, because we don't know if he's a ground and pound brawler, a technician, or a high flyer like Curtis Hunt. It's going to be interesting to see.
That's exactly right. I mean, from what I heard, he's friends with the Intercontinental Champion Caleb Reed. And I mean, if my sources are correct, they did go to the same wrestling school. So I would think he'd be more of the technician. But at the same time, I'm not saying he can't fly if he needs to. As Curtis Hunt handspring into an enziguri. That was a hell of a maneuver.
Good lord.
The athleticism.
The athleticism by Hunt.
Hunt goes for the cover after that. One. He only gets a count of one. But oh my lord, what a maneuver from Curtis Hunt. Hunt, springboard. Oh, he went for a forearm, but it was blocked. Snap suplex there. Arm drag from Hunt to get back in control. Big maneuver there from Hunt. A standing corkscrew moonsault, followed by a regular standing moonsault. Then a code breaker to Michaels. Hunt's going to the top rope. Hunt might be looking to put the nail in the coffin here early. Oh, he missed. He missed. Hunt.
That's why it's called high risk.
That's exactly right. Michaels rolled out of the way, but Hunt right back on the attack. Big shoulder to the gut. Sunset flip to the outside.
And Michaels has yet to put out a lot of offense thus far.
That's very true. I mean,
not a lot, excuse me.
That's testament to Curtis Hunt, though, as he crashed and burned going for that high-flying maneuver once again. It seems like every time...
maybe going to the air a little too much, starting to cost him a little bit.
It was, but at that point, that springboard drop kick connected, and then a Pele kick to follow.
That beautiful Pele kick.
That was a glorious Pele kick. Hunt might have been going for that back elbow into the enziguri again, but he didn't connect as Michaels got his knees up. He throws Hunt, tosses Hunt off the ropes. Oh, Michaels! Kick to the gut! He tossed Hunt in the air, kick to the gut! Pedigree! What in the hell? What a maneuver from Phil Michaels. Oh my lord, Hunt barely getting the shoulder up.
How did he manage to get that shoulder up after a big impactful move like the pedigree?
I don't know. I mean, Hunt rolling out of the way there. Another huge code breaker. He's going to go up to the top one more time. Can he connect with this one? It does connect this time. Spiral tap. What a shot to Phil Michaels. That might be it, Sandman. 1,
I believe so.
2. Oh, Phil Michaels gets his shoulders up now.
Michaels shows ain't going down this easy on his debut.
Hunt tossing Michaels to the corner. Oh, Michaels catches Hunt with a DDT there.
Michael's starting to string together a little bit of offense here.
Yes, he is, as Hunt doesn't even let him get a 1 count there. And I mean, I don't know if kicking out before the 1 count is smart or kind of a bad play on Hunt. I mean, you got to think, as Michaels crashed and burned, you got to think if he would have at least let the ref get a 1 count, he would have got a little bit. He would have got at least a second of reprieve after this assault. But at the same time, kicking out before 1 kind of gets in the head of Phil Michaels. Am I right?
That is correct, because every time these men go for a pinfall and their opponents kick out, it just takes a lot of energy out of them. A simple kick out like that takes out a lot of energy. It may not look like it, but it really does. But then at the same time, kicking out early, it does get into the head of your opponent. And it really does affect them mentally in the match.
That is very true. And I mean, that big super kick, as Michaels is busted open, but he did hit that huge super kick to Hunt, as Hunt catches him with an enziguri when he gets back in the ring. Oh, Hunt caught with an enziguri when he got to the top. Oh, Michaels looking for something big. Superplex. Oh, he rolls through. Falcon arrow afterwards. That was a hell of a maneuver there. As now Michaels going to gloat. Michaels, he probably should have went for the pinfall, but he's going to gloat instead. Code breaker
again. Showing the confidence for him.
Oh, Hunt went for something there, but it was blocked as another super kick connects. Now Hunt fired up. Hunt, big clotheslines. He ducks. Super kick from Hunt now.
Do you think the blood from Michael is starting to affect his vision a bit?
I mean, it has to, dude. It is pouring down his face. He is a bloody mess right now. Oh, Hunt went for another shot.
Have to call the doctor over here.
And what the hell? Oh no! Power bomb. Michaels rolls it into a. Oh, he rolls over. After the powerbomb, he rolled over into a submission hold.
Boston Crab applied.
Oh, and Hunt able to kind of get out of it. He's able to escape, but has the damage been done to the back of Curtis Hunt?
It seems so.
Big clothesline from Hunt, and oh, a kip up. Hunt showing his back is just fine. Big strikes now from Curtis Hunt. And Hunt just trying to outstrike and outmaneuver Phil Michaels now. And how impressive has Phil Michaels been here tonight?
Really impressive. You cannot take it away from him.
That's exactly right, Sam, man. I mean, that man has put on just a wrecking crew style performance here. Oh, Michaels up top. He went for a crossbody but missed. Hunt now went for that big forearm and he crashed and burned.
As the blood of Michael starting to stain the mat a bit.
Another code breaker. Oh.
Oh.
Here it is. Oh. What a maneuver from Hunt. 3 and Michaels has been pinned. Hunt is victorious.
What a match these two have just put together. Good win by Hunt, but you gotta tip your hat to Michaels over there for an impressive performance on his debut.
That is very true, and I think both of these men have a very bright future here in Elite Championship Wrestling. I mean, that was just a technical masterpiece put on by two of the very best ECW has to offer. But in the end, it would be that man, the Anomaly, Curtis Hunt, reigning supreme. And I mean, Hunt says he's the best, and I mean, you can't argue with results. Oh man, we get our ECW World Tag Team Champions, The Order, are in action, but they're in action against Strike Forces, Quick Draw, and Tank.
And this is the first time we're gonna see Quick Draw and Tank in action in ECW.
That's
and
very
as you
true.
All know, the Captain Lassiter having 2 wins under his belt. It's going to be great if Quick Draw and Tank can get a win here.
That's very true, but they're backed into a hole. As I mean, we seen what the Order did to the Alliance last week. They just dismantled them with pure teamwork and aggression. But at the same time, William Winters, I can confirm, is still injured. I don't know if he could beat a team like Quick Draw and Tank if he's injured.
We saw what they did to the Alliance last week and to the Fallen in the first week to win the tag team championships. But like you said, Winters having a concussion, still not 100% from week 1, and then not or following the doctor's orders and making sure that they don't compete last week, facing off against the Alliance. I mean, even though that they didn't really take that big hits, you think it's still affecting Winters?
Oh, it has to be. I mean, like I said, I've already heard. I can confirm. This is the ECW doctors telling me that he is still injured. He still has not passed all the protocols he needs to pass. And
Raven's gonna have to step up big tonight.
That's very true. And even though, honestly, I think if the Order is injured, which I believe, at the same time, they're not really allowed to tell me full disclosure, but from what I've heard from a source of mine, Ravens tweaked his ankle last week too. This is an injured Order. And like a pack of wolves, I think Strike Force is about to pick them apart. I mean, we've said it before, Czech Republic militia, just pure aggression, and then just that monster on their side and tank. I don't know if the Order can do it.
It's dangerous enough to go into a match against any member of Strike Force at 100%. Imagine going in when you're injured. That just adds a little more of dangerousness, quote unquote, if that's a word, dangerousness to the match.
I completely agree. And then picture having to look across the ring and see Tank on the other side of it.
That's a scary thought.
While you're injured, I love the Order, and as I've said before, I cannot doubt them because of what they've done the last 2 weeks. But I don't think they can do it here. As I
feel
mean,
like another W in the win column is about to go into Strike Forces.
They're coming out here very, very confident, and I hope this doesn't get too out of hand. The Order, they need to listen to the doctor. They need to sit out for a week, just a week to recuperate. Because I honestly believe that tonight they're going to get decimated. And then if they go into a world title match, or ECW World Tag Team title match, they might lose those titles because of just because they didn't listen to what was said to them.
And they've been telling us that they are fighting champions, that they will fight every week if instructed. And that could really be a really dumb move by them, like you said. Like, they are injured, both of them, with Winners having a concussion, Raven having tweaked his ankle last week. I mean, it's just a dangerous thought to be able to come out here every week, not having that break, just adding more, possibly more injury and more stress to whatever injuries you already have.
That's exactly right. And I mean, this is not the team to go in against. And I know people say an injured animal is more dangerous. I honestly don't believe that in this case. As there's that just monster of a man. These men once again coming through the crowd.
Every time I see Tank, I just want to get up and leave.
That's very true. I mean,
Jesus. Like I said, I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but the sheer size of Tank just legit scares me.
It's monstrous. I mean, there's no other way to say it.
And you have the powerhouse in Tank. You have the brawler in Lasser, and then you have the agility of Quick Draw. These three styles merging together into one. This is a dangerous trio here.
That is very true, as it's going to look like to be Winners and Quick Draw. And Quick Draw straight away go into that attack, that injured head of William Winners. Big enziguri to start, and then a rolling elbow, a rolling forearm.
The Order should have taken a week off.
And I mean, look at this. Oh my lord, Winners rolled out of the ring, and as soon as he did, Quick Draw leaped over the top rope at him. What in the hell?
This shows the agility that Quick Draw has. And like we said before this match, this is the first time we're seeing Quick Draw and Tank in action.
That's very true.
Actually seeing them work as a team. And let's see how they work together as
Raven's the power of the Order. He is the more powerful of the two. He's the more of the brawler. I mean, he can fly if need be, but he'd rather stick close to the ground. As big move there by Quick Draw to put Ravens right back down. Oh, and now Ravens is where he doesn't want to be. He's in Quick Draw and Tank's corner. He needs to get out of that corner quickly. Big elbows from Ravens. Ravens with a jumping neck breaker from behind on Quick Draw. Quick Draw right back on the attack though. Oh, Quick Draw. Sunset flip. Power bomb to the outside. And now he's going to leave it to Tank to put him back in the ring. And just look at this. Tank just manhandling Chase Ravens. I haven't seen anybody manhandle Chase Ravens since he's been here. Even the Fallen had trouble. Oh, big maneuver. Did you just see that freaking 350 plus pound man come from the middle rope?
Can you imagine running into that?
Dude, and then Tank just with that huge clothesline taking off the head.
Raven, just stay down, dude. Like, there's no point in fighting right now. Just learn to fight another week.
Raven's slipping out of it. He picks Tank up with a German suplex. What a maneuver from the Order. But Tank right back on the attack with a big belly to belly. And now just Tank right back on the control as Ravens needed a gut. Oh, Ravens was in his corner, but quick draw from behind. And that's just that dog mentality of the Strike Force. They're going to do what it takes to pick up the win, no matter who they got to go through to get it.
And you think you have one man down, you always got to worry about the other one in the corner. And that's exactly what Ravens messed up on.
Precisely. And Ravens back in Strike Force's corner. In comes quick draw again. Big kick to the gut. Then a big step up into Curry from quick draw. Oh, quick draw has him lined up underneath the bottom rope and a just decapitator. What a decapitator from quick draw. And oh man, Ravens is bleeding. Chase Ravens has just been busted open.
We had a bloodbath in the first week. Looks like we're about to have another one.
What is quick draw looking for? Oh, he went for a springboard knee. Ravens was able to block it. How in the hell? Oh, Ravens rolls through it. And oh, if quick draw wouldn't have been in the ropes, you got to think Ravens would have had him. Ravens locked in that submission. Quick submission attempt there. Ravens sensed he was in trouble. Oh, and quick draw went to attack William Winters. William Winters now with the referee's back turned. It's a drop kick to quick draw. And I mean, William Winters said if Strike Force wants to play that game, he'll play it too. Oh, Ravens got in the ring, but he was immediately taken out by quick draw, and now trying to get back in control. Single knee face breaker from quick draw.
Looks like Ravens about to have another concussion.
Oh no.
Like Winters.
Oh no. Oh. They call this. Oh no. Shh. The forbidden strike. Quick draw holds back. He held back Winters, but I think Ravens might have kicked out. He did. Ravens kicked out of the pin attempt. How in the hell? And now Ravens just not allowing this monster in Tank to get back to his feet. Oh, but now Tank's in the ring, and Tank, oh my lord. Sheer power from Tank.
You gotta believe you can kick out of how many moves you want from Strike Force. You gotta believe they're gonna go right back on the attack.
Here it comes. Alpha Strike one more time. Winters taking off the turnbuckle this time. 1, 2. Oh my lord, Chase Ravens kicks out again. And we've seen this in their title match. Just pure willpower from the Order. I mean, just what else can be done here?
But this is exactly how Winners got that concussion in the first place. Is this smart?
I mean, is it smart? Probably not, unless they're sitting out next week. But at the same time, you got to do what you can to win a match. This is ECW. Every match counts, regardless.
But you got to realize at times that it's just best to live to fight another week.
And I agree with you there, but at the same time, these two men have too much willpower to do that. Oh, what in the hell? What in the hell? Quick draw. Quick draw. Ravens dives through the turnbuckle post, in between the turnbuckle post and the ring ropes, and just a big tornado DDT to quick draw.
Has to be one of the most unique moves that I've ever seen.
I mean, the Order, oh, big knee from quick draw as he's right back in control. And as I've said, the Order, I mean, they deserve to be tag team champions. Without a doubt. They just have so much heart and determination.
They're showcasing why they're one of the best tag teams here in ECW.
Quick draw looking for that big knee again, and he connects this time. That knee just connected to the head. That already injured head of Chase Ravens.
Plus that injured ankle that he has.
Alright, they're going to look for Alpha Strike one more time. It will connect. And Winners knocked off the ropes. Ravens in the middle of the ring. 1, 2. Oh my God! Ravens has kicked out again. Oh, but he might have pissed off Tank as Tank picks him up and drops him down. He's going to let Quick Draw relax a little bit. And can I just say, the brains of Quick Draw and Tank. Letting Tank just sit on the outside for the most of the match. Relax and wait until he's absolutely needed to come in here and decimate.
And this is the time that he's needed. He is fresh in this match and take that many hits thus far, and that is really dangerous to have a fresh Tank going after you.
I've seen this. I've seen Tank do this in the past. Look at this power. Oh my God. That power. I've seen him do that in the gym just training.
What is it? You know what he calls that?
I honestly do not know what it's called, what he calls it. But whatever it was, William Winters was able to counter a big strike from Tank. Tank not able to capitalize on that maneuver. But I mean, oh, I gotta think that would have been it for Ravens. He needs to thank God his partner had the wherewithal to realize that that big monster of a man in Tank was coming right towards him.
And if Tank and Quick Draw does loosen that, what does that do to them? Like, what do you think Lassiter would be thinking going on in his head?
I mean, as a unit, I think Lassiter would have to show that he is the captain, and he'd have to just tell, like, he'd have to get in their heads and, like, make them realize why they lost, as Tank just power.
Yeah, we're gonna need a spatula to get Ravens off the map.
He's going for it again. Oh, and again he hits it. The pin attempt. Oh my God. Strikeforce wins, but Raven's hand was underneath the bottom rope. That should have been a rope break. That was just bad officiating.
The referee didn't see it.
He didn't. I mean, the order got screwed, for lack of a better term, through everything they went through to have it end like that. And I mean, I know they're still the champions, but can we just say the heart of Chase Ravens and William Winters? They gave it
They have heart.
everything they
They
had.
have heart, all right, but they may have suffered multiple injuries as well.
That's very true. I mean, I think no matter what, they have to sit out next week. There is no way they can compete next week.
Yeah, but you know our ECW board of directors very very well.
I do, and I mean, the board, if they have to, if the order wants to compete, they're not gonna stop them. They're gonna make them sign the forms that we are not liable, and they will let them compete. And I think the order, their pride will not let them not compete. They're gonna want vengeance for this, and they're gonna go after it for sure. Here we go, folks. We might be seeing a burial tonight as Jordan Hayes, the Dark Outlaw, takes on Martin Oxley in our next match. The #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship will be in action. And I mean, we have not heard from our world champion since his loss last week. I mean,
we both haven't heard from him. ECW board of directors haven't heard from him. The board is actually getting worried that the champion may have suffered something like an injury during that match or anything, because they haven't heard a single word from him ever since last week.
And I mean, that's not like the Revolutionist. That's not like him. He's not one to just go dark. I mean, but at the same time, it's got to show how just deeply personal this rivalry is between those two men.
As a Dark Outlaw, like you said, taking on Martin Oxley tonight. Oxley, a man that you're very high on.
I am. I mean, I feel like this man, ever since coming in, is impressed. I mean, he gave Lassiter quite the fight in the beginning of their match last week. I mean, in the end, he would be overcome, but as we've seen earlier with the prodigy Ryan Edwards, it's hard to get a win against Edwards.
Correct.
I'm sorry, against Lassiter. As here comes Martin Oxley. Oh, the Dark Outlaw! He's not gonna wait! Attacking Martin Oxley before the match. What?
Another attack during the entrance.
Exactly, Hayes thrown down the ramp now. Just that fight. But then that big knee. And the Outlaw right back in firm control of this match.
You know Hayes wasn't going to wait patiently in the back so Oxley can showboat for the crowd and everything.
I mean, he never has. That big float over neck breaker there.
And Hayes is known to not be a patient man, as we see.
Exactly, and I mean, especially now that we've seen this darker side of him. And just look at those big elbows to the head of Oxley. Vicious.
You know Oxley's ear has to be ringing right now.
I mean, especially with it following that big knee to the face. But what a maneuver there from Oxley to use his body to throw the Outlaw into the air.
That just shows the pure strength that Oxley has. He may not look like a big guy, but he does have a lot of strength.
That's very true. I mean, he's been able to go pound for pound with two of the best here for the last couple weeks. I mean, in the first week, in the debut, the very first match of Genesis of ECW, he was able to pick up a win against Dylan Stone, of course, Amanda Stone's brother, who we haven't heard from since his loss.
That is very interesting.
I mean, he didn't even accompany Amanda to the ring for her match
last week.
I mean, of course, Amanda wasn't in action tonight. She just attacked Tiffany, but still, that's still odd to not see him with her. I mean, do you think
it's odd that we haven't heard anything from him?
Exactly. I mean, do you think that he is like taking this loss to Martin Oxley harder than we thought?
I mean, taking a loss in general is hard to take in, and to have it in the first match, in the first episode of ECW, that's just a heart crusher right there.
That's exactly right. As The Outlaw hoisted Martin Oxley up, and dropped him down, but then Oxley now trying to get some momentum. Oh, but the Outlaw right back on the attack. Oh, Oxley now. Oxley thought he had him. Oh, Oxley knees to the back. Oxley trying. He's trying to do what the world champion couldn't do last week. He's trying to beat this man, but then just quick strike ability from Hayes. I mean, I don't know if anybody can beat Hayes right now. I mean, he demolished our world champion.
And ever since last week with that 5-minute match against our world champion and him coming up the victor, he's just been unstoppable. I mean, how can't you be? You beat the world champion of the company in 5 minutes that quickly in pretty dominant fashion. How can you not be oozing with confidence and being unstoppable and like full of adrenaline?
That's very true. I mean, I haven't even gotten the full time for the exact time for that match. I believe it was less than 5 minutes. As he hoists him up, kill shot to Martin Oxley in the center of the ring.
Put away the world champion.
1, 2. Oh, Oxley showing that heart, showing the heart that he has, the willpower he has in this business. And I mean, that is what makes me so high on Martin Oxley. Just things like that. As the Outlaw behind him picks him up. Oh, that big that electric chair driver type maneuver. As Oxley once again kicks out at 2.
You gotta realize all these kickouts are just pissing off the Dark Outlaw more.
That is very true, but I mean, that's got to be a smart way to do it for Oxley, though. Maybe if you make the Outlaw mad, maybe you make him prone to make a mistake.
That's very true.
I mean, we seen what he did. He beat Dylan Stone with a roll up. So we know he's got the ability to come out of nowhere with a big maneuver. As the Outlaw with a springboard cutter, oh my lord! What a maneuver there from the Outlaw.
Wow. Showing off the agile side that he has, something that we haven't seen that much.
That's very true. I mean, we do know he likes to brawl, but he can also go to the air if need be. And that big knee to the face again.
And a move like that shows that he'll do whatever it takes in order to get the job done.
Oh, he hoists 8-second ride to Oxley. Oxley blocked whatever he was going for. Oh, eat the feet. Eat the feet. We seen him use that move before. Oh, but the Outlaw kicked out at just 1. A count of 1. Oxley just threw his best maneuver at the Outlaw. What in the hell does Oxley have to do to beat this man?
You hit someone with your best shot, and then your opponent acts like it doesn't even faze him. That has to mess you up mentally.
The Outlaw slides out of the way of that middle rope DDT, and now he's just stomping away. Big vertical. Oh, we went for that vertical senton, did the Outlaw, but knees to the back from Martin Oxley.
Blocked it again.
I mean, that's the second time we've seen him go for that, and the second time Oxley was aware and had the knees up. Oh, Oxley choking the Outlaw now as a tree of woe. I mean, the tree of woe has to be the hardest, I guess, position in the ring to get out of.
Correct.
As I believe Martin Oxley's busted open as he's laid out on the outside there.
Telling you, bloodbath, just like week 1. It's official.
I mean, at least in week 1, I mean, we're not even done. We still have a blockbuster main event next. We still have an IC championship match up next. I mean, Dennis Graves was we scheduled him. The board scheduled him to get his title match at Vengeance, and he demanded. When I tell you, he was tossing people around. He was attacking officials. He demanded to have his match moved to tonight. And then as the Outlaw gets tossed there. Oxley
putting up a good fight here.
What in the hell? Oxley has a sledgehammer. Oh! Oxley has that hammer. This isn't a no disqualification match. If Oxley uses that, he gets disqualified. Oh, but the Outlaw seen it and he quickly counters.
I have no idea what Oxley had in mind there. I don't know if he was trying to intentionally get himself disqualified or...
I mean, I know that Oxley is friends with the world champion as that falling power bomb viciously lays out Oxley. 1, 2. Oh, Oxley again gets the shoulder up. How in the hell did Oxley get his shoulder up again? But yes, as I said, I do know that Oxley is friends with the world champion. He is good friends with the world champion. The world champion actually the one that brought Oxley to ECW. As Oxley hits Eat Defeat again. And the Outlaw kicks out at 2 this time. The Outlaw bringing him in a ring. DDT from the middle rope. But I mean, was maybe Oxley looking to use that sledgehammer to get a little bit of revenge for his friend?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if you see one of your friends get viciously attacked and demolished, like Oxley saw Garcia get demolished last week. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Oxley was trying to get a little bit of retribution. But at the same time, that would cost him his match. So it isn't the smartest idea in the world.
I completely agree, but I mean, for a man that got you into this company, I mean, we see, as I said, Oxley got here because Garcia brought him with. Garcia would not sign unless Oxley were signed as well. Oh, big Niagara driver once again to Martin Oxley. And I think the Outlaw's tired of playing games with Oxley. He hoists him up. Kill shot delivered again. 1, 2, 3. And the Outlaw once again in just pure aggression. The kill shot delivered here. Look at that power of the Outlaw. To swing a man all the way across your body and then slam them to the ground like that.
It's almost unheard of.
Oh, the Outlaw's not done. What in the hell is he looking to do here? The Outlaw, oh, he's coming over here. Sandman, he's coming over here by us. He's demolishing our announce table. Oxley needs to get the hell out of the ring. I mean, he's still down from...
I'm tempted to get out of here.
I mean, Oxley... Oh, and the Outlaw's stomping on Oxley now. Oh, the Outlaw going for 8-second ride. It does connect in the center of the ring. And the Outlaw sending him flying over the top rope. Oh no. Oxley, don't do this. Hayes, don't do this. This isn't called for. Why? What in the hell does he have to gain from this? He already won the damn match. And he picks up Oxley. Kill shot on top of the announce table. What the hell? What in the hell? I mean, that wasn't called for. What in the hell did he have to gain from that? Why? Why attack the man? You had already beaten him. He was already bloody. I mean, what else did you have to gain from that? What is your take on that, Sam? Man, I'm lost for words.
We good? We good? Alright, my headset flew when Oxley went through the table, but damn, that attack by Hayes was just... I don't know if he was sending a message to Garcia. I just don't know, or that's just the mean streak that he's been having thus far, but that was just... I can't put my mind around it. As we try to recuperate ourselves here at the table.
As we said, that is one of Garcia's closest friends. That had to have been a shot to at Garcia. I mean, I just can't wrap my head around that. And we still have a main event to go, and I'm already speechless.
Yeah, we ain't got no table, damn it.
I mean, it looks like they're trying to put it back up while we're waiting for our two competitors in the main event to get ready. So hopefully we will have a table by the time they're ready to come out.
Hopefully they're working pretty fast, so I think we're good. But anyways,
Yeah.
We got an ECW Intercontinental Championship match against Dennis Graves taking on the Intercontinental Champion himself, Caleb Reed, and what you said is an Extreme Rules match. A match that Graves demanded the ECW Board of Directors make. And as you said, he was demanding this match, throwing officials around and everything. And like I said post-match to you, I said that you don't say no to a man like Dennis Graves, and the ECW Board of Management decided to say yes to this, which was the smart move in my opinion. Because Graves was just demanding that this match take place, and the ECW Board of Directors just happened to grant him this wish tonight.
That's exactly right. I mean, what else could they have done? I mean, if you didn't give him the match he wanted, he would have hurt somebody.
We would not have a board of directors at the moment.
I mean...
So I try to put my notes together here. As Graves makes his entrance, being surrounded by that fire.
That's very true. I mean, this man is just awe-inspiring when he makes his way to the ring.
One of the most intimidating entrances in the company. And like I said last week, imagine being in the ring and watching this man make his entrance. It's sending chills down my spine, and I'm not even in the match. I'm sitting here behind the table next to you.
That's very true. I mean, I'm still a little shooken up from what just happened. I mean, we got our announce table back, thankfully, but still.
Props to the ECW guys for fixing it together.
I mean, we have one of the best ring crews in the business.
And this is Graves' opportunity to win a championship. Winning the Intercontinental Championship has to be big for him.
I completely agree.
I mean, we saw last week Graves beating the champion Reed in the middle of the ring, and this is what basically had him this match. I mean, the board of directors, like we said, were planning to have his match at Vengeance, but as we said, Graves demanded to have it this week. This is the match that we have, main event match nonetheless.
And I mean, it was supposed to be an Extreme Rules match at Vengeance. And I mean, when the board of directors agreed to doing it tonight, they were going to do a normal match to avoid any injuries before the pay-per-view, and Graves would not let it. He wanted the Extreme Rules match. But I gotta ask, I mean, who does it favor?
I would imagine that champions-wise, it'd be Reed because, well,
he doesn't have his champion's advantage.
Yeah, he doesn't have the championship advantage. Pardon me on that. he doesn't have the championship advantage because there are no disqualifications in this match. And being in a match like this with the man the size of Graves, I mean, I just, like, what do you do in a match like this? And here's a question for you. Do you think Reed was expecting this match going into tonight? Do you think he was ready? He was prepared?
He wasn't. I mean, from what I was told, Reed was going to get the week off after competing 2 weeks in a row. And I mean, just doing everything he was asked, he was going to get the night off. Reed wasn't even in the arena tonight. From what I understand,
got the call about 10 minutes before the show started to get over here.
That is very true. From what I understand, Reed didn't make it to the arena until the tag match we had tonight between the Order and Strike Force. So I mean, just look at that man, that monster.
Imagine being in Reed's shoes right now, looking across the ring at Graves, just not having any time at all to mentally prepare or physically prepare at all, like having barely enough time to put your damn ring gear on and get ready. Like, can you imagine the position Reed is in right now?
I mean, this isn't fair. I will say that much. It's not fair that he has to do this, and I mean, but at the same time, who the hell is going to stop Graves from doing it? I'm certainly not.
I'm not. I'm sticking back here.
I'm not going anywhere near that monster. I mean, that's my job is to call the match. I'm not here to make decisions, but I mean, just what in the hell?
Belt. See how Graves looked at that belt? Jesus.
I mean, oh, and just off the bat, what a huge maneuver to Reed here. Look at his monster. Oh my lord, that slam.
And like we said, this is an Extreme Rules match, but Graves is a guy that doesn't need weapons to literally murder his damn opponents.
That's true. That's why I asked. I mean, does the weapons help Caleb Reed?
The weapons would help him with a man his size. Could that be the factor to try to hurt Graves and make sure he doesn't get a lot of offense in? But I saw Graves try to attack Reed with a chair. But you gotta wonder, because Graves, he wants to hurt his opponents in any way possible, and you gotta believe that the weapons give him like a little bit of boost here.
And that's true. I mean, we're seeing it now as Graves once again has that chair, and he is just mauling Reed. Just strike after strike. Oh, to the head! To the back of the head and neck! Just, oh my lord.
Better hope to God an ambulance is waiting outside.
Reed has barely been able to get any offense in on this match. Oh, and just a clothesline. I mean, I've heard of being one step ahead of your opponent, but I think this El Paso crowd is about to witness the end of Caleb Reed tonight. I completely agree. I mean, I love Caleb. The man's been he's fought ever since he's gotten here a couple weeks ago. I mean, he went against the odds before. I don't see him being able to beat the odds tonight.
I mean, we're about to have ourselves a new Intercontinental Champion.
As Reed, don't speak too soon. Reed was fighting back, but now back on the attack is Dennis Graves. Oh, he's gonna. Oh, Reed, Northern Lights. He slipped out of that cradle Samoan drop. Caleb's saying he's not gonna take this lying down, but oh my lord. And I mean, just look at him. Graves stalking his opponent.
Imagine being on the floor looking up and seeing Graves above you.
I mean, look at this. Just getting in the corner and taunting to Reed. I mean, this is just sheer disrespect to Caleb Reed. That's what this is.
I mean, did you really think Graves had any kind of respect for Reed to begin with?
That's true. Oh no. No, don't do it. No! Throw to the table. Oh my god, the table didn't even break. What the hell? As they're getting awfully close to us again here, Sam, man.
Hope the ECW ring crew is ready to fix this table again.
I
I think
mean,
they're gonna be busy tonight.
did you see that damn Uranagi style maneuver?
I'm worried for Reed. The table didn't even break.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no! And it broke that time, no. Oh my lord. And now just strikes to the head. This monster mauling his victim. And unfortunately that victim is our Intercontinental Champion. What the hell is he looking for now?
I think Reed's gonna spend the night taking splinters off his back.
Oh, the monster has a baseball bat. Big shot with that bat.
You might have to change the TV rating for TVMA. It's just an all-out massacre.
I mean, it's... Oh no, he's marching. That Cradle of Samoan drop on the bat. Oh, he missed it. That was almost on the bat.
Barely missed it.
As Graves...
Reed better be thanking his lucky stars that he didn't fall on the bat.
I mean... Oh no, not again. Leave the damn table alone.
God damn it. It just fixed this.
I mean, our ring crew just worked really hard to get that back up. I mean, not that the monster cares. I mean, he did throw half of them around earlier tonight. Look at us. Oh, and Reed fighting back. And I mean, at this point, you kind of have to be on the side of Caleb Reed. You have to feel sympathy for that man.
Yeah, he's getting awfully close.
I mean, I think Graves has made his intentions brutally clear at what he wants to do.
Do you think Graves even cares about the Intercontinental Championship?
I honestly don't. I think he just wants to hurt Reed here. And what the hell? Oh no. Reed put on the table.
Oh god. Out of the way.
No, 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 no!
Out of the way.
Oh my lord! Sandman, your hat flew halfway across the damn arena after that.
Yeah, I'm about to get that later. But god, Jesus, like I felt the impact from here. Like I felt damn ground shake from that.
And I don't think Caleb Reed has anything left. Oh, I spoke too soon as he gets a big maneuver there to drop the big man. Oh, what's he going for here? Oh, and he hoisted him up and just... What a big maneuver. Oh, but that clothesline. That clothesline just stopped him in his tracks. Oh, Reed! Powerbomb! Into the cover. Oh, kicked out. Oh, but Caleb Reed, he has that submission and then powers out of it, does Graves.
Being in the submission does its damage no matter how short of you were in it.
That's very true. Oh no. Not again. That cradle lift Samoan drop. This time they're in the ring. It does connect. Now
we have a new champion here.
Graves is going to look to end it. Oh, Reed blocks. Reed with the block. But once again, just thrown off by the challenger.
I mean, how much fight does Reed have left?
I mean,
you saw the amount of punishment he's taken thus far. How much fight does he have left?
It can't be much, if any. He's once again.
Don't get in front of Graves.
Once again, just gonna get hoisted up and drop to the canvas.
I mean, this has to be it. I mean,
as once again, Reed blocks. Oh, a tackle from Graves. And Graves just tackled him to win the championship. What the hell? All of that.
Graves is your new Intercontinental Champion.
After everything we've seen, in the end, the power of Graves with that big tackle roll into the roll-up would win him the match. And look at him holding up that championship. Oh, he just threw the championship to the ground. What the hell? Oh no. Get out of there, Reed. Get the hell out of there. Look at this. This is despicable. And he's, oh no, he's gonna hoist him up again. He just threw the ECW Intercontinental Championship to the ground. He doesn't even care about the title.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding about the ambulance, guys. We need some help out here.
No, not that big spinning sit out power bomb. Oh my god. We need massive amounts of help. And he didn't even care about the title. He just cared about hurting Caleb Reed. We need help. Reed isn't moving.
Who was gonna stop Dennis Graves? That's the big question right now.
But we still haven't seen enough of him for me to say for sure. I mean, maybe Strike Force. It would have to be Strike Force. I mean, the Tank versus Graves. Could you picture the amount of destruction in one ring?
Another match I'd have to say that we have to call from outside. I do not want to be in the same arena when that match happens.
Me neither. I mean, that's a Clash of the Titans if I've ever seen one. We need help for Graves. I mean, for Reed though. Caleb Reed hasn't moved. And we're out of time, so until next time, guys, this has been Anomaly, joined by Sandman, and we would like to say farewell here from ECW.